well and keeping safe, I quickly wish to talk about a very small thing, but it holds a lot of meaning if you can understand what I'm trying to say. So I think, a lot of people do not understand the difference between pushing themselves and killing themselves. It's a very thin line, okay? It's a very thin line that separates the two. It's like you have to understand the difference between self care and self obsession. And obsession of any kind, addiction of any kind, is unhealthy. We all know it, and you are the only one who suffers because of it. But when you care about something, when you respect something, when you love something, you always know where to draw the line. It could be life, it could be love, it could be relationships, it could be eating food, it could be taking care of your body, it could be, people who are athletes. If you are someone who's trying to lose weight, gain weight, prepare for a competition or anything, you have to know, when do I need to put the pen down, draw a line, and say, hey, I don't think my body can do more, and I give up. So there are people who start a health program, okay, and then ekdam se suddenly beech mein they start to menstruate, and they're like, no, I have to work out 7 days in a week because my trainer has told me so. I have to work out, and I have to do yoga, I have to do cardio, I have to do pilates, I have to do strength training, and I have to follow all of these things. So initially, when you are doing these things, day 1, day 2, day 10, day 15, day 30, day 40, day 60, day 90, okay, we all have a threshold. So think about it in a form as we are all born with a bucket inside of us, and there is only so much this dustbin can take in. So if I have a dustbin, and if I keep on putting in shit and crap and shit and crap and shit and crap and shit and crap, and I'm not taking it out, I'm not taking the dump out, imagine what is going to happen to that dustbin. That is exactly what happens to the people. That is exactly what happens to us, because we don't know when to stop putting in and when to make sure. So it's like, if you let's say you have a bank account and you are constantly pulling out the money and you don't put the money back in, at one point you are going to be empty. You're not going to have anything because you constantly take out but you don't give in. So how do I take out and how do I give in? Taking out is working out 7 days in a week. Taking out is not sleeping at night. Taking out is eating crappy food. Taking out is just being emotionally traumatized, being stressed, being overworked, being exhausted, trying to be a perfectionist. Okay? And what is giving in? Taking a few deep breaths. Okay? Knowing that you don't have to work out 7 days of the week. Knowing that you don't have to do cardio and strength training every day. Knowing that you have to eat correctly. Knowing that you don't always have to eat correctly. Knowing that, okay, I can enjoy my piece of chocolate here and there. Knowing that I can enjoy my ice cream here and there. But it is so important that when you're taking out, you also put back in. When you're taking out, you also put back in. So this is how, you build a great body. If I am working out, if I'm lifting weights, if I'm doing my squats and lunges and deadlift, I can't do it every day. I can't train just one muscle every day. I need to make sure that I have taken out so much from my body, so much from my muscles. So I eat well, I sleep well, I hydrate well, and that is how I put back what I have taken out from my body. So this is the difference between pushing yourself and killing yourself. So some people are so tired, so lethargic. They are at the gym and they are yawning and they can't lift weights. They are doing it incorrectly. They're using their whole body to lift weights. It's just doing the wrong exercises and just trying to, tick that one box that, hey, I did my workout. You did not do your workout. You just exhausted yourself. And your body, again, your dustbin, there is only so much your body can take. So initially, 1 mahina, 2 mahina, 3 mahina, you're not going to feel anything. But post that, suddenly you wake up and now there is just no cortisol spike in the morning. If you don't have the cortisol surge, you can't wake up. So it's so important. So again, we think of cortisol as the stress hormone, so it's the villain. No, it's not the villain. No hormone in the body is a villain if it is working correctly, if it is docking at the right receptors. So something as simple as estrogen, okay? If estrogen is docking at the wrong places, it can cause cancerous tumors. If estrogen is docking at the right places, it can give the female body the kind of body that she wants. So, that perfect, nice ass, nice boobs, great body, great curve, great figure. It comes from the female hormones. So it's not that the estrogen is the problem. It's not that insulin is the problem. The problem is your hormones are messed up because you don't know when to stop eating, because you don't think that sleeping early at night and sleeping well and sleeping with the moon is important. So we underestimate small things and we always try to be our perfect. So I am perfect if I work out 7 days in a week. I am not perfect if I don't work out 7 days in the week. No, you are perfect if you know that my body can take well 3 to 4 days of workout, and I can recover so well from it that I can continue this living pattern for the next 50, 60 years to come. So if you're not going to be, because after that day 90, when you are exhausted by working out for all the 90 days, then you will take at least a year to recover and get back your body on the right and correct path. And it's very exhausting. You want to always prevent it and not just focus on cure, cure, cure. So of course curing is possible and people do it all the time, but you also want to focus on prevention. We see so many people who have a diagnosis of adrenal fatigue, and it's just used as like it's nothing, it's just adrenal fatigue. It's not adrenal fatigue. It's so important. And cortisol, when you look at the cortisol hormone that is produced by your adrenal glands, so basically your adrenal gland sits on the top of the kidney, and it is so 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 important, especially for people who have autoimmunity. They usually have a problem with cortisol. Okay, so cortisol can damage your gut lining. Cortisol is going to increase your blood sugar. Okay, so insulin and cortisol, they are both antagonists to each other. You always want to make sure that you have the right amount of hormones and not too much or not too little. So you don't want to be hypo or hyper. You want to be just perfect, be in that homeostatic place that your body naturally does if you give it the right things. So we want to complicate it by, oh, my adrenals are fatigued, okay, my adrenal glands are not producing cortisol, I'm dead. No, it's like your body is not doing the right thing in the right quantities and with the right places, and not docking at the right places the hormone. So you always want to make sure that if you are exhausted, if post workout you need to sleep, if you can't sleep all throughout the night, or if you feel like sleeping in the daytime, you have to know there is a mild issue with your adrenal glands, and you really want to look into it before it's too late. So this video is not to scare you. This video is for you to know that there I can talk so much science about this thing, and I can give you so much more new research work and new paper and how people are dealing with it. Or I can just tell you, hey, just pull up your socks and take care of the basics. So what are the basics, Ankita? The basics are sleep on time. Basics are look at the moon. Basics are look at the sun in the morning. Let your eyes see the sun every single day if you can. If you live in a place where there is no sunlight, I understand. Breathing in fresh air, being around nature, open the curtains, open the door, let the light come in, let the love come in, become a more kind person, become more calm, eat well, okay? Eat well, move well. It's not about exercising. It's not just about hitting gym. It's just about, taking 10 minutes walk 3 times in a day. 10 minutes brisk walk 3 times in a day is still better than not doing anything at all. So if you can just follow the basics, your body recovers. So be it any kind of disorder or a diagnosis that you have been given with, you have to know that irrespective of all of the steroids and creams and metformin and glucophage that you take, you still want to not miss out on this part. You cannot outrun a bad diet. You cannot heal yourself without taking care of the food, without taking care of what you're made up of and what your body connects with the most, which is nature. So that's your sun and moon and trees and air, right? So you want to take care of the basics. You have to know that you are not supposed to be perfect all the time. I am not, you are not, no one is. Even if they look like that on social media, believe me, no one is. We all feel tired, we all feel exhausted, we all feel burnt out, but don't wait until your body gives you an eviction note and tells you, hey, the house is on fire and you need to evacuate. That's a disorder, that's a diagnosis, that's a disease, and you don't want to reach there. You want to sleep well today so that you don't get a diagnosis tomorrow. And that just does not saves your time and effort, but it's also very exhausting financially. So you want to always take care of all of these things, and I'm sure you have a lot of money. Use that money to explore the world. Use that money to eat good food, better food, healthy food. Use that money to help someone, provide someone with food, wear better clothes, whatever it is, whatever makes you happy. But your health, it's not bought in stores or with people. Your health is created by your body. And if you can just draw the line between pushing and killing, your body knows what to do for you. Your body knows how to heal. You just have to create that space, and I promise you it takes care. So yeah, that's about it. I hope it makes sense. Take care. Bye.